Fraser's ridge was built on hope. Not just land, not just wood and stone, but belief. The belief that somewhere in this brutal, unforgiving world, people like Jamie and Claire could carve out something different, something safe, something lasting. But hope is fragile, and sometimes it only takes one moment to shatter it completely. The day begins like any other. Smoke rises from chimneys, voices drift through the morning air, children run between cabins, laughing, unaware of the weight the world carries beyond their small, fleeting happiness. For a moment, everything feels normal. Claire watches it all from a distance. There's a softness in her eyes, but also something else. Something she doesn't say out loud. A feeling she's learned never to ignore, because every time she's felt it before something terrible followed. Jamie notices it too. Not the feeling but her silence. He's seen that look before. The kind that comes when Claire is trying to understand something she cannot explain. But even he doesn't press her, because sometimes not knowing feels safer. By midday, the ridge is alive with movement. Work continues. Life goes on. And yet something is wrong. A child is missing. At first, no one panics. Children wander. They explore. It happens. But minutes turn into something longer. Voices begin to call out. A name echoes through the trees once, twice, then again louder this time. And that's when it begins. The shift. Jamie steps in immediately. His voice cuts through the rising tension, firm and commanding. He organizes the search, sending people in different directions, covering ground quickly. Because time matters. Every second matters. Claire joins the search, but her pace is different. Slower, more focused. She's not just looking, she's thinking, tracing patterns, reading the land, trying to find something that doesn't want to be found. The forest feels different today. Too quiet, too still. And that silence is the first warning. As the search deepens, hope begins to fade. Not all at once, but enough that people start to feel it. That creeping realization that this may not end the way they need it to. Then someone finds something. Not the child, but a sign. A piece of clothing. Torn, left behind, and just like that everything changes. The search stops being hopeful. It becomes desperate. Claire sees it in their faces. The fear, the dread, the quiet understanding no one wants to speak out loud. When they finally find the body, the world seems to stop. No wind, no sound, just stillness. Claire moves first, because that's who she is. Even when hope is gone, she still tries. Her hands shake as she reaches out. Not from fear but from the weight of knowing. She checks anyway, because she has to. Because giving up without trying is not something she can live with. But there is nothing. Nothing to save. Nothing to fix. Just lost. The forest feels different today. Too quiet. Too still. And that silence is the first warning. As the search deepens, hope begins to fade. Not all at once, but enough that people start to feel it. That creeping realization that this may not end the way they need it to. Then someone finds something. Not the child, but a sign. A piece of clothing. Torn, left behind. And just like that everything changes. The search stops being hopeful. It becomes desperate. Claire sees it in their faces. The fear, the dread, the quiet understanding no one wants to speak out loud. When they finally find the body, the world seems to stop. No wind, no sound, just stillness. Claire moves first, because that's who she is. Even when hope is gone, she still tries. Her hands shake as she reaches out. Not from fear, but from the weight of knowing. She checks anyway, because she has to. Because giving up without trying is not something she can live with. But there is nothing. Nothing to save. Nothing to fix. Just loss. And slowly the ridge begins to break. Meanwhile, far from all of this, William faces a different kind of truth. One buried deep within his own identity. The more he searches, the more he realizes something is wrong. And when he finally uncovers it, it doesn't bring peace. It brings chaos. Because the truth about who he is changes everything. Back at the ridge, tension reaches its breaking point. A confrontation. Voices raised. Anger spilling over. And in one moment, it turns physical. The ridge once united, now divided. By morning nothing feels the same. Not the land. Not the people. Not Jamie. Not Claire. Because this time, it's not just about what they've lost. It's about what that loss has done to them. And the terrifying truth is that this is only the beginning. There are moments in life that divide everything into two parts. Before and after. Fraser's ridge is about to have one of those moments. And by the time it's over, nothing, not the land, not the people, not even Jamie and Claire, will ever be the same again. It begins with something so ordinary you would never expect it to matter. Morning comes slowly over the ridge. The mist hangs low across the trees, wrapping the land in a quiet calm that feels almost sacred. Smoke rises from chimneys. Wood cracks softly in the distance. Life moves the way it always has. Predictable, peaceful, safe. Or at least that's what everyone believes. Claire stands just outside the house, watching the world wake up. To anyone else, it would look like a normal moment. But Claire Fraser has never been like anyone else. She's lived through too much, seen too much to trust peace when it comes this easily. There's something in the air, not visible, not audible, but present. A shift. Jamie notices her stillness. He steps beside her, quiet at first, not wanting to disturb whatever thought has taken hold of her, because he knows this version of Claire, the one who feels things before they happen. Something's wrong, she finally says, not loudly, not dramatically, just enough for him to hear. Jamie looks out across the ridge. Everything seems normal, but he doesn't dismiss her. He never does, because every time Claire has said those words before, she's been right. Still, life goes on. Children run through the open space between cabins, their laughter cutting through the morning air. Women gather water. Men prepare for the day's work. The illusion of safety holds just a little longer, until it breaks. At first, it's subtle. A name called once. Then again, a mother searching for her child. No panic yet, just confusion. But confusion doesn't last long, because when a child doesn't answer, people notice. The calls grow louder, more urgent. Others join in, and just like that, the entire ridge feels it. Something is wrong. Jamie moves immediately. His voice cuts through the rising noise, sharp and commanding. He organizes the search within seconds. Groups form. Directions are given. No hesitation, because hesitation costs lives. Claire joins without a word. But unlike the other, she isn't just searching. She's listening to the silence, because sometimes what you don't hear tells you everything. The forest welcomes them with stillness. Too still. No birds, no movement, just that same silence stretching endlessly between the trees. Minutes pass, then more. Hope begins to fade. Not completely, but enough that it becomes fragile. And then they find something. A small piece of cloth, caught on a branch. Torn. Claire stops when she sees it. Her chest tightens instantly, because she doesn't need to see anything else. She already knows.